From a raucous Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass., this is the NEPSAC Piatelli Simmons boys hockey quarterfinal on LSP. Today it's number 3 seed Lawrence Academy Spartans entering play with a record of 18-10-1, hosting the St. Mark's Lions with a record of 14-11-4. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sam Feely alongside Zamir Primus on camera, the best name of the game, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. These teams met just 11 days ago, and LA won that game handily. That was here at the Grant Rink. It was a 5-1 decision in favor of the Spartans. Both these teams stumbling a little bit into the tournament. St. Mark's is 1-2-1 in its last 4 games. They were winless in their last 2, dropping a 4-1 home decision to Cushing on February 23rd, and then dropping one to Groton, tying Groton 1-1 back on Saturday. LA is 1-2 in their last 3 games. They lost 2 in a row to St. Paul's and St. Sebastian's before winning their season finale at Tabor on Saturday 2-1. So who will prevail? LA won the Keller Division last year and was bounced in the quarterfinals by Phillips Exeter, not Roxbury Latin like the Connect 4 cover. It's the meme that never dies. St. Mark's in white going left to right. Lawrence Academy in navy blue going right to left. I don't know if you can hear me over the noise that it's mostly the St. Mark's fans are making. I think the St. Mark's fans are outnumbering the LA fans 2-1. This is nearly tipped into the goal, but it goes off the skate of Gunnar Fontaine. It goes over the protective netting and off the scoreboard. And that is how we begin this quarterfinal. Face off in the left wing circle. It'll be Fontaine. Now he's thrown out of the circle. Or we just wait for a new puck. All right. Fontaine to take the face off against Danny Cicerello. Cicerello wins it back around the end boards out to Peter Nugent, one of the captains for St. Mark's. Here's a 3-on-2. The shot wide right by Cicerello. Now in the near right corner, it's reverse direction. Fontaine can't get it. And it'll be Connor Sweeney. Sweeney gets squished against the far side boards. The Vuvuzella's out in force tonight, I see. Drew Bavaro trying to weed through traffic. Off the side boards, hit back up the ice by Cicerello. Now walking in from the right wing circle, dropped off the shot. Saved by Ian Grafe. And it's tapped at the red line back to Tucker Hartman of St. Mark's. Ahead, knocked in from the blue line by Brendan Gibbons, who gets hit from behind for a struggle. Back the other way come the Spartans. Here's Neil Shea, all NEPSAC East first team member. And the drop pass trying to connect with Murphy Gilo, unsuccessful. Battle in the far left corner. There to provide support for LA's Ethan Bastian. Shea is going off for a change. Puck comes loose. Lions looking to break out. There's Gibbons. Gibbons up the far side. On the left side. Takes the shot. Saved by Grafe. 2 shots in short order for St. Mark's. Can't find the scoreboard just yet. Knocked back into the LA zone. The Spartans will regroup. Knocked out the blue line by Ian Moore. And it looks like the play is offside on St. Mark's. Again, a raucous St. Mark's student section. They are right below us. You can see them right there along the glass, and they are deep into the bleachers as well. Face-off is won by the Spartans. Back to the near side and Broderick. Broderick gets it out of the zone all the way back to the St. Mark's zone. And this will be icing as C.J. McKennitt, the goalie, called for it, and the referee obliged. 16:03 to go in the first period. Face off in the right wing circle of the LA zone. Face-off battle for it, eventually corralled by Matt Connor of LA. Hits it around the end boards. Now here come the Spartans. John Riggins gets it taken away from him. Hit back towards center ice, chipped in from the red line by Jake Miller. Knocked around the end boards by McKinnon. On the near side boards, off the face of Justin Bila of St. Mark's, goes back to the LA zone, and Gilo touches it up, and it's icing on the Lions with 15:37 to go in the first period. LA boys and girls basketball also in tournament action today, although they are both on the road. Here's Fontaine to take the face-off against Cicerello. Face-off will be one back to Nolan Moore, one of the captains for St. Mark's. Near side, it's Bila. Bila gets dragged into the far side boards, well, not like illegally so. What do you want? Nugent tapped out of the zone. Here comes Shea, again, NEPSAC East All first teamer. Walks in from the left wing circle, wraps around. Didn't have an outlet there, goes out to the right point, to the left point, it's Doyle. His shot is blocked, goes right into the ankles of Bila. And now back the other way come the Lions. Hartman puts on the brakes, taken away by Shea. Shea waiting to stay on side was Fontaine. He did not, and it'll be a face-off in the neutral zone. Fontaine looking at the official said, I was on the blue line, not in the eyes of the linesman. 14:55 to go in the first period. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as low as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Up the far side boards. And unable to crowd there is Jackson Kutu. Spartans try to lift it out of the zone. Comes back to Hartman. Hartman hits the boards. Spartans looking for an outlet. Young carrying it off the side boards and making a move into the zone is Connor Sweeney. And this one goes through the goal mouth to the opposite side. Waiting for it is Bastian. Bastian gets smushed and it comes back to Moore. Back to the LA blue line, swing and a miss on that pass. Now maybe a chance for the Lions trying to weave his way in as Gibbons. He gets forced to the near side. Now the Spartans will look to counter. Back to Moore. On the diagonal, maybe a chance here for Colin Boylan, but it's a little too strong, and it's icing with 13:47 to go in the first period. Face-off comes all the way back to the left wing circle, of right wing circle, rather, of the St. Mark's zone. It'll be Miller to take the face-off against Kutu. And Miller's tossed out of the zone. Replacing him will be Riggins. And the face-off is won by the Lions. Fan on the pass there by Moore. Now comes around the end boards. Trying to redirect it out of the zone is Gibbons. And he tosses it off the sideboard. St. Mark's in the middle of the change. Let's see if LA can take advantage. Riggins gets it into the zone. Doesn't have enough of a grip on it to carry it in much more after it gets poked away. And now St. Mark's hits it off the diagonal. That's Boyd Hall. And the Spartans will regroup in their own zone. Off the sideboards comes back to the St. Mark's zone. There is Hartman. Hartman weaves through a couple of defenders, but that slowed him down enough to allow Gilo to play it. Gilo around the end boards to Colangelo. Now a shot from the top of the right wing circle goes wide left. Back to the opposite point, Jake Oblak. Below the goal line, that's Kutu trying to center it in front. A shot from the left wing point and a save by Grafe. He's had to make a few saves thus far for LA. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next wedding, gaming, tournament, recital, play, concert, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Spartans looking for an outlet to get out of the zone. Good forecheck here by the Lions, but they toss off the sideboards. Shea barrels his way into the zone, has some support from Colangelo. Colangelo taps it to Shea. Shea's pass trying to center it in front for Fontaine was blocked. Fontaine gets it along the side boards. Out to the left point. Walking to the top of the slot. Shot ricocheted off the stick and off the end glass. All the way back to Braden Doyle. Doyle tosses it off the sideboard. Shea redirects it in. Fontaine can't handle it though. And back the other way come the Lions. On the left wing circle, the shot wide right on the attempt by Cicerello. Here comes Shea on the near side. Spartans are onside. Shea wraps around. Tries an attempt and goes wide right. Fontaine waiting for it inside the left circle, outside the left circle, to the points. There's Bavaro. The shot nearly redirected in by Fontaine on the left post. Kept in the zone by Doyle. Fontaine swinging a miss there as it may have been blocked by Bila. Below the goal line, Moore will try to play, but it's taken over. Doyle can't keep a grip on it. It comes out to the neutral zone. Bavaro, he'll toss it in deep, and the Spartans will get a change. Lions looking for an opening to counter, but unable to get a hand on that pass to Cicerello. He's tired. He's going off for a change. And fresh legs on the ice for the Spartans as applying the forecheck here, Sweeney. Over to Moore. Off the sideboards. Tapped into the zone by Gibbons. Below the goal line chasing it is Cameron. Cameron has an inspiring story to tell that we might tell you about later. But back to the way come the Spartans. 2-on-1, but the St. Mark's defense recovers. Pass into the slot, swept aside. Here's Kutu. Under duress from Sweeney. Big hit comes back to the St. Mark's zone where it'll be Moore. Moore from pressure from behind, nearly gets sandwiched. Nice move. The St. Mark's fans acknowledge. Tapped out of the zone by Cameron. Hit back in deep, not very far though, by Moore. Change for the Lions. Been a back and forth here in the neutral zone. Oh, a shot from the red line. Having to make his first save of the game there is C.J. McKennitt. And not from a distance he expected to make that, I can assure you. St. Mark's fans wanted a penalty, no call. Back the other way come the Spartans. Big hit in center ice. They don't call that. If they didn't call the last one, they shouldn't call that one either. And they didn't. McKennitt taps it around the end boards. There to knock it down is Broderick. Now a deep pass in front for Broderick, taken away by Hartman. I don't know if you guys could hear me over the volume of the St. Mark's student section below me. Big hit there by Gilo. Gilo gets hit back for his trouble. Flipped out of the zone. Setting up here is Bila. Bila comes to the near side. Pass popped up at the blue line. Glove down by Fontaine. Fontaine has it taken away. Big hit in the right wing circle. Getting lambasted there was Bila. Shea can't corral it, but the Spartans are outside. The shot off the stick of Moore, and it goes into the protective netting with 8:59 to go in the first period. NEPSAC Boys Hockey on LSP is brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to lawrenceacademy.info for complete information on their programs, and be sure to tour their beautiful campus with their new turf field complex. Face off in the right wing circle. The St. Mark's zone will be Fontaine to take it against Cicerello. The matchup we've seen a few times already. And it'll be won by the Spartans. Shea plays it back to the point. Bavaro, oh, what a juicy puck there. It's still loose. It goes off the right side of the cage. Shea came in on fire trying to put that one in, but he couldn't get it on target. Now it comes back to Shea. Goes out to the slot, kept in by Bavaro. Colangelo tries to connect with Shea on the right post. Pass is deflected. Now a chance again the slot, now to the top of the slot. Another redirect opportunity there. Couldn't connect with Colangelo. Comes all the way back to the LA zone. No icing, says the official. St. Mark's gets a partial change. Here come the Spartans. And this is a pretty obvious tripping call as Bavaro gets tripped up, and the Spartans will have their first power play of the game with 8:11 to go in the first period. The penalty comes at 9:49. It's 2 minutes for tripping to Jackson Kutu of St. Mark's. Shot and a save by McKinnon. Comes back out to the left point, hit in deep for Bastian. Bastian springs it loose. Waiting for it is Young. Young caught off guard there by that pass. Now shot blocked. Another shot. He roofs it. It's Young and it's 1-0 Spartans. That came from nothing, really. That was so sudden. McKinnon had no chance. So Tyler Young, the sophomore from Lancaster, Mass, makes it 1-0 Spartans. That'll silence the St. Mark's student section a little bit. Moore gets smushed by Colangelo, keeps his footing though. Tries to connect on the diagonal, entering the zone. To the right wing circle, dropped off for Cicerello. Tries to backhand it in on Grave, makes the save. Back the leg of the Spartans, and now here's Shea! Oh, over the crossbar! Shea was ready to prove why he's a NEPSAC East first team all-selection. There's a chance for Fontaine, and making the safe cover there is McKenna with 7:02 to go in the first period. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Face off in the left wing circle, it'll be Miller against Kutu, and Miller is thrown out of the zone. Taking his place will be Broderick. Broderick wins the face-off back to the left point. Pass from the point by Doyle, deflected but kept in the LA zone. Try to center in front, and off the hinge of the stick there. Broderick and Miller. Miller calling for it at the right point is Bavaro. Bavaro chops at it, gets stood up at the blue line, but the Spartans keep it in the zone. They can't connect with Miller though. Below the goal line, it's Oblak. Back out to Miller. Miller can't handle the puck. Nearly kept in at the blue line by Doyle. Spartans have to tag up, but they're going to re-enter. They can't as it's getting back into the zone by the Lions. A shot, and that goes wide of Grafe. And now here's Riggins. There's the zone on the right side. We'll actually tap it in from the blue line, and the Spartans will get a change. Back the other way comes Hartman. Hartman up the near side boards, can't connect with Broderick, but there's no icing here. Correction, couldn't connect with Gibbons. Now the Spartans trying to play diagonal pass intercepted. Here's Cicerello, takes the shot over the crossbar off the end glass. Back the other way come the Spartans. It's Bastian, he gets stood up. Laying a hit for revenge there is Young. Out to the left point. It's Cameron. Loose puck. Goes wide right. Young gets it over to Sweeney. Sweeney goes back out to the point. Cameron. Now the shot from the right point nearly redirected in by Bastian. A lot of traffic in front of McKenna. Back out to the left point. Kept in the zone temporarily and then just swiped out of the zone by Bila, but back the other way come the Spartans. They re-enter. Here's Cameron. Tries to get it in front and looking for the rebound. There was Sweeney. Back the other way come the Lions. No high stick there. Spartans looking to re-enter. Hit there laid by Cicerello, and now a whistle, and this play is offside on the Spartans after all that with 4:52 to go in the first period. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of any of this or any past LSP video broadcast, or one of several different designs of bumper stickers. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store or the LSP Facebook page to place your order after the game. And remember, all orders within the continental United States come with free shipping. Fontaine chips it in from just outside the blue line. Shea waiting for it, trying to take it away from Oblak. He does. Tries to get it out to the point. Fontaine was waiting for it in the circle. Back the other way come the Lions. Gibbons. Shea gets smushed, comes out to the neutral zone. Spartans looking at her. Fontaine, no offside. The shot kick save by McKennitt. Fontaine taps it back in deep. Shea trying to connect with not Fontaine, rather. That was Sam Colangelo, and the tip went over everything into the protective netting on the far side with 4:12 to go. LSP's next broadcast is this Saturday and Sunday, starting at 11:55 a.m. both days. We'll have coverage of the NJCAA Region 21 men's and women's basketball semifinals and finals live from Bunker Hill Community College in Charlestown. Watch all the games live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the games the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, and buy DVD of the games at the LSP store, as that is ripped out of the air by McKennitt on the snapshot off the face-off by Riggins. Face-off, still battle for, comes out to the top of the slot. The shot by Bavaro! Stick save there by McKennitt. This will not be icing. Lions setting up the far side boards to Boylan. And no offside there. Wow, I thought Bavaro handled that outside the zone. Comes back out to Bavaro. Bavaro chips it back in deep. Around the end boards, intercepting it is Moore. Goes around the end boards to the near side and poked out of the zone. Bavaro has to come back to play it to stop a breakaway chance for Hall, and then Grafe has to cover up. 3:28 to go in an offensive zone face-off for St. Mark's. Right wing circle face-off. It'll be Bastian to take it against Cicerello. And the face-off. Battle for it, eventually controlled by the Spartans. On the diagonal, waiting for it. The closest to it is St. Mark's Tucker Hardman. Lions enter the zone on the near side. Chipped in deep by Bila. Bila goes around the end boards, waiting for it at the left point. Now to the right point, shot blocked by Bastian. Now with some space on the far side, they try connecting the slot with Bastian, and the play is offside. I don't know, that was less offside, I think, than the play that wasn't offside with Bavaro, but neither of them played with Bavaro didn't end up biting the Lions. Let's see if this one ends up biting the Spartans. Fontaine against Cicerello again. Just outside the LA zone on the near side. Face-off won by the Spartans. Hit in deep from just inside the red line. Waiting for it, there's Colangelo. Colangelo carries in deep. Comes to Shea. Shea goes out to the left point. It hops off Cameron Stick. Tries to chip it in deep from the blue line. And that is offside pretty clearly. 2:44 to go in the first period. 1-0 our score on a power play goal by Tyler Young of Lawrence Academy. Face-off will come to center ice, and the face-off will be won back by the Spartans. Playing it is Doyle, goes to the opposite point. Bavaro connects with Shea. Shea enters, goes to Fontaine. Fontaine's pass is a little too strong there for Colangelo, and back the other way comes Cicerello. Cicerello against two defenders. Takes a shot from the right wing circle over the glove of Grafe. Fontaine trying to strip it away. Colangelo providing backup, comes back to the LA zone. Doyle. Tap in by Shea and hit back to the neutral zone. Fontaine toss off the sideboards. Shea walks in. Shea bearing in, now puts on the brakes, goes back to Fontaine, kick saved by McKenna. Back the other way come the Lions. A shot from the left circle, wide right of Grafe. Back to Hartman. Joe Black, Hartman again. Hartman enters the zone onside. Good pressure there to prevent him from getting a shot off. Intercept in the slot, glove down, and hit back up ice by Kutu. As we approach 1 minute to go, Spartans are the zone offside. Trickles wide left of McKenna. Spartans setting up. Here's Young. Young can't connect with Bavaro on the right point. They get through Bavaro, but intercepting it there is Doyle. Doyle connects with Broderick. Broderick tries to go into the slot for Bastian. Pass broken up. There is Young, the lone goal scorer thus far. He hits it in deep. Back to plate is Moore. Around the end boards. Young gives it up to Bastian. Bastian out to the right point to Bavaro. Now to Doyle. Doyle. Oh, the baseball swing by Connor Sweeney nearly put it in, but it went across the face of the goal. It was behind McKenna, and the net coming dislodged will force a face-off with 36.3 to go. Face-off will be in the left wing circle. Fontaine against Kutu. Fontaine wins it, the shot, and another save by McKenna. .7 to go in what has been a thrilling first period. Fontaine against Cicerello. Cicerello wins the faceoff back to Moore. Moore hits it around the end boards. Big hit there by Fontaine, but he falls to a knee. Now Fontaine. Spartans out of the zone off onside, trying to connect with Shea. Passes intercepted by Moore and tossed off the sideboards. No icing, says the referee. There to plate is Bavaro. Bavaro tries to connect on the home run pass for Shea. Shea's onside, but the defense is there. They go to the opposite side. One-timer by Fontaine, wide right, and that will do it for an exciting first period. Again, the lone goal scored by Tyler Young on the power play at 10:13. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with the second period. From the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. With your score, the Lawrence Academy Spartans 1 and the St. Mark's Lions 0. This is the NEPSAC Piatelli Simmons boys hockey quarterfinal on LSP. Welcome back to the second period of the NEPSAC Piatelli Simmons boys hockey quarterfinal on LSP. Wow. You can't stop these fans. Sam Feely here with you from the Grand Rink at Lawrence Academy alongside Zamir Primus, the best name of the game on camera. 1-0 LA, our score over St. Mark's as we get set for the second period. Lone goal by Tyler Young of Lawrence Academy coming on the power play at 10:13 of the first. The balance of fans has smoothed out a little more. I mentioned that St. Mark's fans were it felt like they were outnumbering them. They were making a lot more noise, but then again, they're closer to us, so I can understand the way that feels. Anyways, the winner of this game will travel to the Gunnery on Saturday for the semifinals as the Gunnery defeated Canterbury 4-2. That game was at 2 o'clock. That is early. And the championship game, along with all championship games in the NEPSAC boys hockey tournaments, will be held at St. Anselm College starting at noon on Sunday. Quick turnaround from the semifinals, huh? Second period is underway. LA controlling the action right now. Hit around the end boards. Now a chance for Fontaine in the slot. His shot gets poked away. Comes back to the near side. There's Bavaro. Bavaro wraps around his own goal. Comes to the near side. Toss it off the sideboards. Looking for Fontaine. Hit back up ice. But taken away. Now the shot from the right wing circle. Kick save by McKenna. Out to the left point. Over to Bavaro. Takes the shot off a body in front. Still loose. Comes to the near side. Back to Bavaro. Goes D to D. The shot and a cover there by McKenna. 1 minute into the first period. Face off, back to the left point. Outside the left face off, circle around the end boards. To the right point, tossed in and taking a big hit for his measure was Moynihan. Battle in the near right corner. Lions looking to come away with it. No penalty here despite the best efforts of the St. Mark's fans. Now a shot from the left wing circle and a save by Grafe. St. Mark's fans making some noise now after that play. Here's Bastian. Bastian up the near far side, he gets hammered, hit back into the LA zone, but not for very long. Lions regrouping in their own zone. Now here they come on the near side. Tossed in from outside the blue line. There to chase it down is Moynihan. Moynihan hits it around the end boards to Cameron. And now it's Young, the lone goal scorer thus far. Young toss it in, change here for LA. Is that they're now the bench is now on the offensive side for both teams. Here's Gilo. Murphy Gilo goes to the right wing, toss just tipped in. No, this is icing. Miller thought he tipped it in from the blue line, but the official did not see it that way. Could have gone either way, and it goes in the direction of St. Mark's. Face off in the left wing circle will be won by the Spartans. Here's Matt Connor around the end boards. And now entering on the left wing, the shot. And that goes into the protective netting with 15:37 to go in the second period. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Face-off in the left wing circle will be won by the Spartans. Riggins taps it in deep, hit around the end boards, out to Moynihan. And a battle in the right wing circle, comes back in deep, hit around by Moore. Back to Gilo. Gilo over to his deep partner, Connor. And now Miller entering the zone. Tries to connect with Riggins. Riggins was going towards the boards from the slot, and he couldn't connect with him. Comes back. Connor can't connect. 3-on-1 here for the Lions. And the pass is out of the reach of Bila. Probably the best opportunity for the Lions thus far. Snuffed out by a off-target pass, and now we have a whistle. Face off in the neutral zone. On the far side outside the LA zone. Top line back out there for the Spartans. Pass comes to Bavaro. Bavaro tries to connect on the diagonal. Ricochets off the stick. Shea goes into the slot looking for Fontaine, and covering up is McKenna with 14:46 to go in the second period. Fontaine to take this face off, and it's won by the Spartans. Shea gloves it down, tries to backhand off the side boards, pass off target, but Fontaine gets it back, has it undressed, loose puck, and oh my goodness, McKenna covered up. The official was ready to signal goal, but McKenna sprawls out of his crease to cover that one up and take a face-off. Face-off in the right wing circle, and we're going to have to wait a second as they fix the moorings of the goal. Fontaine comes back into the circle. And he wins the face-off. A shot wide left. It was a little high. On the diagonal to the near side. Lions with the entering the zone. Another save by Grafe. Opportunity starting to pick up here for St. Mark's. Grafe, the junior from Newfield, New Jersey. Fontaine against Nugent for this face-off. Fontaine wins another face-off. Up the near side, it's Colangelo. Colangelo tries to get it to Fontaine. The shot wide left, wide open net, but they can't get the puck towards it again. Another chance wide right. Bavaro chasing it down in deep. Coming in from his deep point, and now the Lions trying to get it out of the zone. They do, but they only get as far as Doyle, who will carry it in from the red line to the blue line. Try to undress his defender. Out to the left circle. The shot by Fontaine wide. Comes back out and getting pinned against the boards there. Trying to get it out to Bavaro. There's Colangelo. Reverses direction to Shea. Shea goes back to Colangelo. Tries center in front. This correction down Fontaine. Now the shot from the top of the slot. Loose puck after the save by McKenna. Comes to the far side. Big hit laid by Fontaine. Left his feet there though. Now Bavaro. Nice move. Into the right wing circle. Puts on the brakes. Comes back towards the point. Takes the shot. Well, it's actually wide looking for Shea. And this is a whistle. And on the stoppage, we're playing a face-off with 13:13 to go in the second period. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, concert, wedding, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Face-off won by the Spartans. Another save by McKenna. Both goalies a little busier here this period. Pass comes back to Cameron, hits it up the far side boards, and it's too strong. It'll be icing on the Spartans with 12:59 to go in the second period. Face off in the right wing circle. And the Spartans win it. Moynihan up the near side boards. They redirect it out of the zone to Sweeney. Sweeney has it poked away. Puck poked away again there from the Lions, off the near side boards. Get out of the zone. Back and forth here in the neutral zone, and this is out of play into the LA bench with 12:31 to go. Face off in the neutral zone on the far side outside the St. Mark's zone. Face off will be won by the Spartans. Reversing direction there is Oblak. Out to the red line. Backhanded in the air, and a nice dodge of the hit there by Riggins. He misses wide, however. Backhanded in from the blue line, in deep for Miller. Miller goes around the end boards to Riggins. Riggins absorbs contact. Riggins trying to get an angle, and a save by McKennitt. Things are getting dicey for both goalies. Neither of them have cracked thus far in the second period. Still 1-0 our score. The first period goal by Tyler Young holding up as we approach the halfway point of the game. Face off, one to Shea. Shea wraps around, goes out to the left point. One time from a knee, off a couple of bodies. Kept alive. And this is, wow. That puck wasn't covered by McKennitt. That was a very early whistle blown. The puck was loose, it got past him, and the official behind the goal thought he had it. So, I'll have to reset the offense. Face off in the left wing circle. And this is won by the Lions, comes around the end point, around the end boards rather, into the LA zone. Back to plate is Doyle. Doyle gets it to Bavaro, rubs off Nugent. There's Colangelo. Colangelo back to Shea, and he can't get that shot on target. Now another chance. Shea, backhands, saved by McKennitt. Back the other way come the Lions. On the far side, the shot off a stick. That was off of Doyle's stick and into the protective netting as it comes right back into the mitt of Bavaro with 11:04 to go. Face off in the right wing circle. It will be Bastian against Kutu. Kutu wins the face off. The shot. And that's a save by Grafe. Big hit along the near side boards, colliding were Moynihan or the Spartans. Now a chance in the slot to the right wing circle, off of McKennitt to the end boards. Another collision along the end boards, trying to get it out of the zone are the Lions. Now here they come in a 2-on-2. Defense coming back. The shot. On a tire there, number 3 for St. Mark's. We'll get a name on him in a second. Now the shot. And blocker saved there on the attempt in the slot by Bastian by McKennitt with 10:20 to go. NEPSAC Boys Hockey on LSP is brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to lawrenceacademy.info for complete information on their programs, and be sure to tour their beautiful campus with their new turf field complex. Face off in the right wing circle, won by the Lions. There's Moore carrying it around the end boards, up the far side boards. I'm surprised they didn't get called out of play, given the Spartans were leaning over the bench there. Comes back to the red line in Gilo. Gilo over to Connor. Connor up the far side boards, chipped in from the red line, comes back out to the neutral zone, and offside is Connor. 9:53 to go. Both teams have had their chances this period, but LA has not solved McKennet, this period anyways. And St. Mark's has not solved Grafe. Top line back out there for LA, both offense and defense, with Shea, Fontaine, and Colangelo, and Doyle and Bavaro at the D points. Faceoff comes back to the LA zone. Over to Doyle. Doyle loses the handle but gets it back, nearly colliding with Bavaro and also with Cicerello. Cicerello nearly had a turnover. Doyle tries to connect with Shea on the left post, but it goes wide. Comes out of the zone, battling for it. Good job to lift the stick of Kutu there. And now Doyle. Doyle up the left wing boards to Shea. Now Fontaine with a little bit of space. Walks in. Puts on the brakes. Goes to Shea. Backhands. Loose puck. They score! Colangelo cleans up the mess. And it's 2-0 Spartans. Lions looking to answer. That shot rifles wide. Losing his stick is Bastian trying to play defense there. Cameron. And Bastian, his stick snapped in half. Still some driftwood in the LA zone. Now shot from outside the blue line, and gloving that down is McKennet. Moynihan putting another shot on goal from distance on McKennet. He's had to make a couple of those saves. So there goes the firewood. Right wing circle face-off. Miller to take it for LA, and he wins it back, but nobody was waiting for it in the slot for the Spartans. And another puck comes tumbling in on McKennet, and he'll have to cover up with 8:34 to go. Spartans with a 2-0 lead. Young with the power play goal at 10:13 of the first. And just now, Sam Colangelo cleaning up the litter in front of the net, beating McKennet to make it 2-0. Lions have their work cut out for them now. Grafe is playing a phenomenal game. It's not just him, it's the entire defense of the Spartans. Here's Bastian, goes into the slot, but the pass broke up. Bastian with another attempt, and McKennet covers up again. The Lions could easily be down 5-0 right now were it not for the play of McKennet. He's had to make some fantastic saves. Shot from off the face-off wide left around the end boards. Lions looking to carry out of the zone. Walking in the near side, the shot. Kick saved by Grafe on the attempt by the captain, Boylan. Comes all the way back to the St. Mark's zone. Regrouping is Moore. Moore under duress there from the goal scorer Colangelo, to whistle, and we have a cross-checking penalty coming up. And I believe it's on the Spartans. And that is Matt Connor. Penalty comes at 10:27 the second, first power play of the game for St. Mark's. And they win the face-off, but unable to handle the puck is Moore. It hops off his stick, and they have to come all the way back. And that'll kill a few seconds off the power play. Now further pressure here from Sweeney. Now entering the zone is Cicerello. Cicerello wraps around, gets poked away from behind by Bavaro, but he keeps possession. Good pressure there by Sweeney. Around the end boards, back to Cicerello. Cicerello tries to reverse direction under duress, and that's cleared 200 feet by Sweeney. LA will go for a partial change. Bavaro stays on. Off the side boards, 1:10 left on the penalty. The left point, over to Hartman, loose puck. He didn't blow the whistle on that one. Another save made by Grafe. Out to the right point. Now to the right wing, Moore. Moore takes the shot, ripped out of the air by Grafe with 6:21 to go. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Face off in the right wing circle. It'll be control. No! Backhanded out of the zone by the Lions' Nick Carlson. Or was that Connor Berry? I'm not sure. About 30 seconds left on the penalty. Couple of shots on goal, but there hasn't been a whole lot of zone time here for St. Mark's. It's be rifled up the near side boards by Colangelo. Waiting for it there is Moore of St. Mark's. Tries to hit the home run pass. Good pressure here from Cameron. Cameron hits his man, gets it just out of the zone. 6 seconds left on the penalty, and maybe a chance for Shea for a shorty. Gets forced below the goal line by Doyle. Now a chance from the top of the slot, loose puck, and it comes to the far side. So right off the penalty kill, LA applying offensive pressure, and there is Shea, the first teamer, and it's 3-0. .12:40 in the second, the ripper from the right wing faceoff dot. Shea showing why he is a first team all NEPSAC selection, and they're looking for more. Wrapping around, loose puck, and the net came off the moorings. But that play started with Shea at the end of the penalty kill. He gets towards the end of the penalty kill. The penalty hadn't yet expired. He carries it into the zone, looking for the shorty. He gets forced in deep, but that allows the LA offense to regroup, get the top line on, and then they eventually find Shea at the right wing for the goal at 12:40 of the second period. They're looking for more of the shot. Another save by McKennitt. McKennitt having a fantastic game were it not for these 3 goals. Again, they could be down by 6 or 7 right now. And remember, these teams played 11 days ago in this building, and it was 5-1 LA. Pass out to the right point, deflected, looking for Gilo. Lions get it out of the zone, 2-on-2. Now try to get past the defender, and good back check there by Connor. Comes around the end boards to the near side. There's Gibbons. Gibbons can't handle it. Connor. We're under 4.5 to play in the second period. There's Young. Had the first goal of the game. Was technically the game-winning goal right now. Were this game to end right now, but that's why they play the game. Oh, nearly a turnover at the blue line, but good recovery there by Hartman, and he lays a big hit as the Spartans enter the zone. Riggins. Grafe was back here looking for a penalty on St. Mark's, they didn't get it. There wasn't too much protest from the Spartans fans, but Grafe was looking for something. Miller around the end boards, looking to connect with Riggins, and covering up is McKennett. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP broadcast, or one of several different designs of bumper stickers. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store or the LSP Facebook page after the game to place your order. And remember, all orders within the continental United States come with free shipping. Pass looking for Fontaine, a little too strong, comes to the near side boards. Top line out there for LA. Loose puck in front. Fontaine comes back. Colangelo rather comes back to it. Gets it in front. Shea! Another save by McKennett. He easily could have had his second there. He had a very good look at the net and just put it right underneath the St. Mark's on the front of McKennett's jersey with 3:06 to go in the second period. Face off in the right wing circle. Top D pair is back on there for LA. Bavaro and Cameron, Doyle. I can't talk right now. Now chance in front for the tip in for Fontaine. And another phenomenal save by Grafe. I know I've said it already a couple times this period, but it bears repeating. Imagine how lopsided this game could be if McKennett doesn't make some of the more difficult saves. You know, if St. Mark's can get to the third period, can get to the intermission, only, quote-unquote, only down 3-0, I'm sure they'll feel they have a chance to come back and win this one. Even better yet, could they get a goal in the next 2.5 to really get some momentum? Hit in from the blue line by Sweeney. Little collision there in front of the net. Doyle now on the diagonal. Now the reach of Shea. Shea gets it back, nearly runs into Doyle, turns it over in the slot. The shot and a save by Grafe, keeping it 3-0. Careless pass there by Shea, and then Kutu nearly made him pay for it. As it stands, under 2 minutes to play in the second, still 3-0. Face off in the right wing circle, won by the Lions, but immediately swept out of the zone. Lions have to tag up off the side boards. Waiting for it on the far side is Cameron. Cameron tries to chip it ahead for Shea, gets interfered with a little bit, his pass gets interfered with. He didn't get interfered with, not applying a penalty should have been called. Too much explaining. Falling to a knee there is Moynihan. You know, Colangelo can't get out of the zone. Another turnover. Another save by Grafe. And it comes out of the zone. St. Mark's again has to tag up. Starting to get some more pressure here. But quickly Cameron gets it back into the LA zone. That snuffs out that threat as we approach a minute to go. And you can see there, McKennett down on a knee trying to protect the... Oh my goodness! He was so concerned with the left post that he forgot about the right, and Gunnar Fontaine makes him pay for it, and instead of 3-1, it's 4-0. A 3-goal outburst here in the second period. St. Mark's, if you look at the St. Mark's bench, you can see how dejected they are right now. They are down 4-0, and in an elimination game, You know, there have been some amazing comebacks in the history of hockey. Not saying St. Mark's can't do it. Can they get one in this possession here to relieve some of that stress? Doesn't look like it. LA is... The St. Mark's bench, they're just standing up ready to get into the locker room and regroup. LA bench still leaning over the boards, engaged, looking to see what comes next. St. Mark's maybe one more chance. Cicerello gets harassed by Bavaro, tries to center in front, intercepted by Doyle, lofted out of the zone. Maybe one last chance for Young here? No. A period that any hockey team would love to have every night. 3 goals to take a 4-0 lead in an elimination game. The goals again by Sam Colangelo at 8:48, Neil Shea at 12:40, and Gunnar Fontaine at 16:58. Each of those goals about exactly 4 minutes apart. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with the third period from the Grand Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. With your score, the Lawrence Academy Spartans 4 and the St. Mark's Lions 0. This is the NEPSAC Piatelli Simmons Boys Hockey Quarterfinal on LSP. Welcome back to the third period of the NEPSAC Piatelli Simmons boys hockey quarterfinal on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass, alongside Zamir Primus, the best name in the game on camera. A game that was hanging in the balance after the first period, but LA has asserted its dominance here in the second period to the tune of 3 goals in the span of 8 minutes in the second period. And it is 4-0 Spartans as we get the third period under the way. If St. Mark's is going to pull out a performance like the 10-0 win they had against Pingree earlier in the year, now is the time to have it, because they need 4 goals to tie and 3 to win. A turnaround shot there by Shea is knocked down by McKenna, who, let's give him credit, has made some phenomenal saves tonight, but hasn't been enough. The LA defense, here's Shea looking for a second kick save by McKenna. Each member of the top 3 line of the top line for LA has scored, by the way. Fontaine, Colangelo, and Shea. And interestingly enough, the order in which they scored is the order of their position left to right on the line. You got the left winger Colangelo scoring at 8:48 of the second, followed by, that was wrong. I try to pull out these golden nuggets for you, and I end up shooting myself in the foot. Sorry to get your hopes up, stat nerds. I'm awful. I am awful at my job. Self-depreciating humor is the best humor, isn't it? There's Bastian. Gets smushed. Gets support from Sweeney. And around the end boards, but not very far. As Young, who had the first goal of the game for LA, now shot blocked. It kept live in the slot. No! Wow! That was barred down! They played the goal horn a little prematurely. That was barred down and didn't go in, said the official behind the net. If it ripples the top of the net, then that's definitely in. No offside here. And sprawling out to make the stop is McKenna. McKenna was not happy after the goal horn went off. Gotta wait for the official signal. Sort of like the play in Sunday's Bruins-Sabres game where Hudobin made a stop and they put on the spotlights of the above the net to celebrate and try and find the goal scorer, but it was never a goal. It was never a goal. That didn't even go to replay. And then Jack Edwards, like the national treasure he is, saying the NBA-ification of the NHL continues. Quiet, Jack. Let people enjoy things. I know you're my spirit animal and all that, but, like, let people enjoy things. Again, the winner of this game will travel to Washington, Connecticut to face the Gunnery in the semifinals as Jake Miller goes down. Thankfully, he's not down for very long. He gets up. Big hit at the blue line, and the play is offside as the hit on Moore forced it to go offside. Moore looking for a penalty. He's not going to get it. 15:18 to go. The St. Mark's student section, which was raucous at the start of the first and second period, a little subdued right now, looking for something to cheer about. It hasn't come very easily. Top front line and defense back on the ice for the Spartans. Bavaro reverses direction, try to connect with Doyle, pass a little too strong. That'll slow down the clear out and give St. Mark's offense another chance, but not for long. Pass for Shea, no icing, say the officials. Shea gets it below the goal line. Reverses direction, was trying to connect with Colangelo, and now comes out to Doyle, and another save by McKennett. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Face-off won by the Spartans, shot from the slot blocked by Brendan Gibbons. We haven't called a whole lot of St. Mark's names in the second period, and other than McKennett, really. It's been that kind of game for St. Mark's, down 4-0 in an elimination game. Here's Sweeney, puts on the brakes, looking for a pass, tries to go below the goal line, but the pass is tipped by Oblak, slows down the offense a little bit, but now comes back to Bastian, who tries to wrap around in front for Sweeney. Now Bastian has it, and he scores! It trickled in underneath McKennett, and it is 5-0. Goal comes at exactly 4 minutes of the second period as it's Bastian. Rifled in, on target too on McKennett. He's had to make a few stops on long shots, and now a whistle. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty for holding on St. Mark's. Bastian with the goal for LA. 5 different goal scorers for the Spartans. Power play time for the Spartans. They were successful on their first power play with Young. Fontaine tries to connect with Shea on the opposite post. The pass is deflected. LA keeps possession. Shea goes down to Fontaine. Tries to connect with Shea, or maybe it was with Colangelo, but nonetheless, shot goes wide. Another deflection there, and it's rifled 200 feet by Moore. Now a chance walking in, and they score! Cicero with the shorty, and that finally gives the St. Mark's fans reason to cheer. It is 5-1, and let's see if that sparks St. Mark's. Goal comes at 5:13 of the third against a shorty. LA looking to get it back, rifled in. Knocked down there by Bastian, who had the last goal for LA. Tries to keep the play alive. And now it's Young. Young trying to get it out to the point and chipped out of the zone. D-to-D over to Cameron. Cameron, it's knocked in the zone on the redirect by Bastian. Comes back out to the neutral zone, popped high off the rafters with 12:16 to go. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about broadcasting your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Dropped off for Cameron. We are back to where we started this period at a 4-goal game, 5-1. A little more noise being made here by the St. Mark's fans below us. Bastian having a hard time getting stuff going. Penalty time is up for St. Mark's. Kept alive in the slot, chipped in deep by Moynihan. Nice play there to keep the offensive possession alive, but not for long as Kutu knocks it out of the zone to Nugent. Redirected back towards the St. Mark's blue line, chipped in by Sweeney, goes wide right. Waiting for it on the opposite point is Young. Young chips it in below the goal line, waiting for it is Moore. Moore can't handle it, but it's going to try to reverse it back to Moore, to Ian Moore's Nolan Moore. He's Nolan the junior, Ian his younger brother, both from Concord, Mass. Captain at the point, Fontaine. Fontaine looking for Colangelo. Has his shot blocked by Ian Moore. Reverses direction, waiting for it is Shea. Shea goes into the slot for Fontaine, wide left. Out to the left point, and Connor. Connor chips it in deep and rifled out of the zone, but Connor keeps it alive. LA tags up. Pass trying to connect with Connor in the slot to re-enter the zone. Off target. Here's Cicerello. He gets stood up. And now back the other way comes Fontaine. Puts on the brakes. Tries to connect to Shea. A little too strong. Shea keeping after it, though. Under duress from Oblak. Chipped in at the blue line, and now back the other way comes Kutu. Kutu chips it in from outside the LA blue line. Kutu's going off for a change. On the diagonal to Shea. Shea chips it ahead for Fontaine. Fontaine puts out in the brakes just outside the left wing circle. Nice stick handling. Goes to the right. Shot off the body of Shea. Puck is still loose. And McKenna averts danger. Shea goes out to the right point. Bavaro. Bavaro with the shot, and it was deflected wide by Riggins. Riggins can't corral it for the Spartans. Out to the blue line and out of the zone. Bavaro chasing it down. Hip to hip with his defender there. Reversing direction back to Bavaro. We approach the halfway point of the third period. LA looking to advance to the semifinals of the NEPSAC Piatelli Simmons boys hockey tournament. This is icing on the Spartans. They would face the Gunnery Saturday in Washington, Connecticut. NEPSAC Boys Hockey on LSP is brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to lawrenceacademy.info for complete information on their programs, and be sure to tour their beautiful campus with their new turf field complex. Left wing face-off will be controlled by the Lions. Trying to wrap around in front there, Cicerello has the lone goal on a shorthanded opportunity for the Lions. Comes back to center ice. And chipped ahead for Cicerello. He redirects it in. Comes in on Grafe. He taps it to the far side. Around the end boards, looking to connect with Doyle. Doyle. And chipped out of the zone by Broderick. No icing, says the official. As too close to there to play was Moore. Comes outside the zone. Hit back in by Cameron. LA tags up. They go for most. They change most of their legs. Bastian's still out there. Good, and that is off the skates of Young to slow down the clear of St. Mark's. Try to connect with the diagonal. Now maybe a 2-on-1, but back to play it first for St. Mark's is Ian Moore. Moore up the near side boards, out of the zone. Carrying it is Kutu to the left wing, onside, and good defense there by Gilo. On the near side, it's Sweeney. Sweeney connects. The pass in front by Bastian. Try to center it for Young. Too strong. Here's Cicerello looking for a second. Try to make it a 3-goal game. Try to put LA on their toes. A save by Grafe. I think that's the first save Grafe has made this period. Chipped in from center ice by Young. LA goes out for a change. Stopped at the red line. And we have a penalty coming up on Lawrence Academy. They touch up, and it will be Shea going to the box for holding at 10:09. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Right wing circle face-off, 2-minute power play here for St. Mark's. It's their second power play of the game, unsuccessful on their first one. That is rifled wide right. And now out to the left point, another shot, a save by Grafe, loose puck, battled for, and it's cleared 200 feet. Comes all the way to the goal line, knocked down by McKenna. McKenna leaves it for Moore. There's Cameron. Hartman. And comes back to the St. Mark's blue line where it'll be Nolan Moore. Nolan Moore smushes his man in retaliation for not letting him get into the zone. And now here's Hartman. Hartman with a shot that's sticked aside by Grafe as we're at 7 minutes to go. Lawrence Academy again looking to advance to the semifinals of the NEPSAC Piatelli Simmons tournament. Bavaro off a stick and into the protective netting with 6:48 to go. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcasts, or one of several different designs of bumper stickers. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store or the LSP Facebook page after the game to place your order. And remember, all orders within the continental United States come with free shipping. Face-off won by the Lions. A shot from a tough angle, saved by Grafe on the attempt by Connor Berry. Around the end boards, back to the St. Mark's blue line, it's Oblak. Oblak nearly had his pass intercepted by an oncoming Young. No icing here as the penalty time is still good with 30 seconds left on it. Ian Moore, that's Berry. Berry has it taken away. Maybe a shorthanded opportunity for the Spartans. Carrying it along the blue lines. Colangelo takes a shot and another save by McKenna. And back the other way come the Lions. Fontaine. And waiting for a lane to clear is Cameron. 7 seconds, and now he gives it up. This is rifled 200 feet. Oh! It was tipped in on McKenna. Penalty time is up. Fontaine with a forecheck here as Hartman tries to get it out of the zone. Comes out to the red line in Gilo. Gilo has it knocked away. Shea regroups. Walks his own blue line. Gets away from one defender. Gets away from another. Tries to bail in. Tries to center in front for Fontaine. And he could not get his stick on it. Now here comes Shea again, and another pass unable to connect with Fontaine, and the rifle shot from the right point by Gilo is ripped out of the air by McKenna with 5:16 left. Lawrence Academy up 5-1 in the third period. Again, the winner of this game will travel to the Gunnery for the semifinals. And the winner of that game will turn around quickly and go to St. Anselm on Sunday for the championship. Face-off in the left wing circle. Battle for eventually controlled by the Lions. Shot from the top of the circle over everything. Walking the blue line here is Ian Moore. Tries another one on Grafe, and he sprawls to cover up with 4:58 to go. LSP's next broadcast is this Saturday and Sunday at 11:55 a.m. Both days will have coverage of the NJCAA Region 21 men's and women's basketball semifinals and finals. Watch all the games live at localsportsproductions.com/live, and stream the games the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the games at the LSP store. Walking in from the slot is Nolan Moore, misses wide right, and Grafe can't cover up, comes around out of the zone. Back to plate is Hartman. Hartman under the forecheck of Sweeney. We had another penalty on the Spartans I didn't catch. My apologies. Colangelo in the box, and that goes into the protective netting. 4:22 to go. Well, the hardest job your friendly neighborhood play-by-play announcer has right now is deciding who's going to take home player of the game honors, because you have 5 different goal scorers and good performance being put on here by the goaltender Grafe as St. Mark's takes a timeout. So St. Mark's takes its timeout with 4:22 left. It was 1-0 after 1 on a power play goal by Tyler Young, but then the top line each scored in the second period. Each member of the top line for LA scored in the second period, starting with Sam Colangelo at 8:48. Then it was Neil Shea at 12:40, and then Gunnar Fontaine at 16:58, and that made it 4-0 going into the second intermission. And it wasn't long before the Spartans made it 5-0 with a goal in exactly 4 minutes by Matt Connor, crushed by Ethan Bastian. So, and then at 10:13, St. Mark's got on the board finally with a shorthanded goal by Danny Cicerello. On the power play again, they score! Ian Moore! Well, they have a power play goal and a shorthanded goal, and all of a sudden, it's 5-2. Not over yet. The goal comes at 13:49. Ian Moore, the freshman from Concord, Mass. They need 3 goals in 4 minutes. It's a tall task, but it can be done. Shea. And this is icing. Fontaine doesn't like the call. He thought he redirected it in. But now an offensive zone face-off for the Lions. And they could make it a 2-goal game. And you know what they say? The 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in hockey. LA either needs to score the next goal or just hold them off the scoreboard for the next 3:33. We could be in for a very interesting finish if neither of those things happen. Left wing circle face-off. And the face-off will be won by the Lions, but they have to come back to the red line to play with Moore. Nolan Moore, that is. Turns it over at the blue line to Shea. Shea trying to bear in. Backhands it to the left post. Another save by McKinnon. Another close shave for McKinnon. Now a shot from the top, from the middle slot. Blocked by the Lions. Now comes back up the near side with Gibbons. Gibbons trying to bear in, tough angle, and that goes out of play. 3:02 to go. You know, one way to think of it is like average it out. Can the Lions score a goal every minute here? 1 goal a minute to tie it. Remember, the Spartans beat St. Mark's 5-1 11 days ago in this building. Taking a tumble into the boards is Young, but he's okay. He gets back up quickly. He's a hockey player. Back to Sweeney. Sweeney out to the left point, and Cameron. Cameron walks to the blue line, goes over the right point, trying to connect on the redirect with Young, not successful. Back out to Young. Young backhands it in deep as we're under 2.5 to go. Back out to the point. The shot off the abdomen of Bastian, but and it's going to be Sweeney, and the LA fans want a penalty here on Ian Moore for holding. And the St. Mark's fans angry about something. No one's going to come away happy here as the net came off its moorings. That's going to force the face-off outside the St. Mark's zone. So nobody really happy there. Face-off is won by the Spartans. Fontaine carries in, drops it off for Shea. Back to Fontaine, shot wide right. Looking for the, although it definitely put it out of reach. Big hit laid there by Shea. Another big hit laid by Fontaine. Spending some energy here as they can sense that they are going to the semifinals. Nearly too many men on the ice penalty as Hartman played that just in time after Moore went off the bench. Under 2 minutes to play. Braden Doyle, wide left of McKinnon, who's played phenomenally today. The 5 goals wouldn't tell you that, but some of the tough saves he's made that have kept the game, have kept St. Mark's in the game as long as they have. They're getting it to 5-2, gave them some hope. Now here's a breakaway chance. The shot saved by Grafe. Biggest save of the game, and that could do it for LA. A turnover at the blue line. Now carrying it in is Cicerello. He has 1 goal, and that's sticked aside by Grafe. Out to the opposite corner, below the goal line. We're under a minute to play. LA can sense it. Shot is blocked in front. Backhanded out. Another, oh, that almost went in! Wow! That looked like another bar down situation, but somehow Grafe kept it out of the net. 50.3 seconds to go. And the St. Mark's fans happy about Will Stack coming onto the ice. Will Stack, the senior from Millbrook, New York. Senior playing his final game, 50.3 seconds left. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty here on St. Mark's. Shea better be careful not to tap this one into his own goal, as Grafe already went to the bench. Here's Fontaine. Oh! That kind of game for LA as it's tipped in by Tyler Young. 6-2. And they are booking the bus to the gunnery. 6-2 Spartans. The goal comes at 17:28. You see the dejected St. Mark's players. They gave it their all, but the LA offense was just too much. 32 seconds left. There was a late penalty. The penalty was eventually called on Kyle Rubin of St. Mark's. Chipped in deep. McKinnon, the senior from Concord, Mass, in his final game, definitely not the way he wanted his prep school career to end. Jesse Pierce is on the ice. Tries to shoots it off the side of the cage. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lawrence Academy wins. That late goal by Tyler Young is going to earn him player of the game honors with the power play goal that got the scoring started at 10:13, and then the late goal at 17:28 in the third. 2 goals for Tyler Young. He is our player of the game, but let's also give a shout out to Gunnar Fontaine, who scored the eventual game-winning goal. Correction, that would be Neil Shea, the All-NEPSAC East first-team selection. He got the eventual game-winning goal, which was the third of the game for the Spartans. So, with the win, LA advances to the NEPSAC Piatelli Simmons boys hockey semifinals Saturday at the Gunnery. And with the loss, St. Mark's finishes its season at 14-12-4. So, with that said, this has been a presentation of local sports production serving Greater Boston student-athletes since 2011. Copyright 2018, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of local sports productions is strictly prohibited. LSP's next broadcast is Saturday and Sunday at 11:55 a.m. both days with the NJCAA Region 21 men's and women's basketball semifinals and finals, live from Bunker Hill Community College in Boston. Watch all the games live at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand/live, and stream the games the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, and buy a DVD of this or any LSP video broadcast of the LSP store. NEPSAC Boys Hockey on LSP has been brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to lawrenceacademy.info for complete information on their programs, and be sure to tour their beautiful campus with their new turf field complex. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon, LSP37, Snapchat, LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. It is the Lawrence Academy Spartans 6 and the St. Mark's Lions 2. For Zamir Primus, the best name of the game on camera. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.